Hey guys, this is Mike, and you're listening to Feeling Twisty. I'm really glad you're here. Today, I just wanted to walk you through something I do. We talk about, you hear me talk about it, and other people talk about it. Neville talks about it, where you create an imaginal scene and you get into the state akin to sleep. I'm sure you've heard all that and read all that, so I'm not going to detail exactly what Neville has taught. He taught many different ways to capture that feeling that your wish is fulfilled. And I do many different things because, well, we're constantly experiencing whatever it is we're imagining we are, whatever we're conscious of being. But I wanted to do this one because I think I've talked about in past episodes, what Neville says to do, and I've talked about how I've done that. But I just wanted to walk you through one way that I do this, how I find that feeling of my wish fulfilled. So if you want to do it with me, that's cool. I get comfortable. I prefer reclining on my bed with maybe a few pillows behind me so I can sit up a little bit and lean back, but not all the way down. Other times, though, I do just lay flat on the bed or even on the floor. Just get comfortable and start to relax without any pressure on myself to force myself to get relaxed or to force myself to do it a certain way a teacher or someone online told me, or a book told me how to do it. Only you know what really works for you. And this works for me. Just lie back, lean against the pillows, and get comfortable. I may take note how my muscles feel from my head to my toes, just start to intentionally relax those muscles. For me, as I notice it, if I notice that I have tension in my neck or my shoulders, just by noticing that, they relax. And I'm not concerned about breathing a certain rhythm or a certain way. I'm just letting my breath be my breath. Let myself breathe naturally. Letting this be as easy as lying down for a nap or just to relax for a few moments. And whatever is on my mind, whatever particular desire that I'm thinking of, I bring that up. For the sake of making this easy for me to do for you, I'm going to say my new house. That's what I want. That's what I'm desiring. A new house with all the things in it I really want. But I don't need to bring up all those details now because I know what I want. I don't need to communicate that to anybody. There's no one out there that I need to detail out to and send it off because it's me. It's all me. So I already know what kind of house I want. Maybe for you it's a job or a particular career or a weight loss goal. Maybe beyond that, maybe an overall feeling of fitness. or love. So I'm relaxed. I'm bringing up that desire. And I'm going to take you through a step that I don't always do because I know the feeling I'm going for. But I'm going to show you this to show you the difference in the feeling and how you feel. So if you're doing this with me, bring up that desire, whatever it is. Doesn't matter how absurd someone may think it is. It's your desire. It's yours. So think of it, that desire being fulfilled at this moment. The moment of, bam, it's happening right now. The good news is coming in. For me, that brings up a lot of excitement, and I notice my heart starts to speed up, my breathing changes, my body kind of moves along with the excitement, that excited feeling. It's kind of like, have you ever gone on a big vacation? Maybe Disney World is pretty universal. I just named 2 theme parks. So it's your first day at Disney World. And there's that thrill, that rush of excitement. There you are. You see the Magic Kingdom and Cinderella's castle. And your heart is racing with excitement. Notice how you feel when you're thinking about the moment your wish is fulfilled. It's a good feeling. That good feeling is what we're ultimately after, isn't it? To feel good. Whatever our desire is, its fulfillment, of course, would make us feel good. Why would we desire something that's going to make us feel awful? So just notice that feeling, that excitement, that wonder of your wish is fulfilled at this moment. You've gotten the good news. It is a good feeling. I like to take it further out, beyond the point of it happening at this moment. In this case, if it were my new house, beyond that moment of opening the door for the first time. Let's go out further. Using that example of the vacation, instead of that thrill and excitement and anticipation of that first day you're walking into Disney World, what if you're looking back fondly at photographs of your trip? Maybe you see the Mickey Mouse ears on your shelf or you bought for your kids. And then you bring back all these fond memories of that day. Now put yourself out sometime. It doesn't really matter. The time doesn't matter because you're capturing a feeling that's happening right now. But let's say whatever your goal is, if it's fitness, business, financial, a year out from that moment that you just imagined feeling is where you are right now. That moment of the good news coming into your life in the physical world's already happened. Now you've been living that new life for some time. For me, in my example of the house, I'm no longer imagining putting myself into that first moment of walking into the new house, or even that first week or month. I moved in some time ago, and here I am, lying on my bed in this wonderful home, this place where I truly feel at home. The bed is soft, comfortable. Just enjoying this new house that I've been in. Sometimes images come up, an imaginal scene like Neville and others talk about. But for me, sometimes, every time it's the feeling. And sometimes certain images come up naturally as I'm putting myself into this new state, in this new house. But for me, I'm lying here with my eyes closed, just relaxing in this new house. How would you feel at this moment? Not a year from now. I talked about taking it out some time past, beyond the moment that it showed up in your life. Just so you can see what that feels like, how more natural it feels. Do you feel more confident, more sure of yourself? Imagining what it would feel like to already be experiencing this new life that I imagined up. How does your body feel? Wherever you are at this moment, whether you're sitting in a chair or lying down or driving your car, don't close your eyes. Make it right this moment. Whatever you're doing, how would you feel right now, doing whatever it is you're doing? How would you feel at this moment if you've already been this new person that you want to be? If you've already had the successes that you want to experience, knowing that there's so many more things to experience and explore. For me, I'm not lying down in my old house. I'm capturing the feeling of how would I feel right now if I'm relaxing in this wonderful house. I can hear the wind blowing outside. For me, it's a difference. It's a big difference between imagining the moment that it shows up in the physical, the good news comes or the big win comes or something. That's a different feeling. It's still a good feeling. I like going beyond it because my body calms down. My mind isn't racing as much because now I've already been in this new house and I'm relaxed and enjoying the comfort of this new beautiful home. Do you notice a difference in how you feel? Is there a confidence or a surety, a certainness that comes over you, a confidence that, oh, yeah, let's do some more? What are you giving life to today from this new perspective? The big win, that moment of getting the good news, is a memory. You can think back on it from this point. Think back on that day you got the good news or got the good job, the day you got married. Think back on it. Let that be a memory for you. And now you're enjoying this new life for some time. Now, sometimes when I'm doing it this way, I will doze off after I've captured that feeling and dwelt in that mood. Let this new feeling become natural to me. I'm no longer thinking of it as something that's going to happen in the future. And I may not come up with a scene. I may not, like I mentioned, hearing the wind blowing outside as I'm lying on my bed in my new house. It's the feeling I'm going for. It's okay if you don't bring up specific pictures, a scene to put yourself in, because you are the image. You are the scene. Like Neville says, you are all imagination. So you are in the scene at this moment, clothing yourself with this new feeling. To have a feeling, to have it is to be it. You're experiencing it. Notice that feeling. Notice it. Enjoy it. Sometimes it just takes a few seconds for me to get to this point, this feeling. Sometimes a little longer. I don't pressure myself to come up with the right scene. I just know, what is it I want to experience? How does that feel? It's the feeling I'm going for. And if I doze off, I doze off. I love naps. Or I may get up, go about my day, clothed in this new feeling, this new state of being. And if I ever notice how I'm reacting to something in my life that's going on throughout the day, if there's a reaction, I'm aware of it. I start to notice more. Okay, this feeling, how I'm reacting doesn't work, that doesn't fit into this new state that I've entered. If I'm seeing the world from this new state, I wouldn't react the old way. So I don't judge it. I don't judge myself, beat myself up about it. Bring up that feeling again. Oh, yeah, that's right. I got this. And in the beginning, for me, it seemed like I was doing it so often, reacting in ways I didn't want and getting back into that desired feeling that my wish is fulfilled, getting back into it, that feeling of it's done. And the more I do it, the fewer and fewer times that I have reactions that are counter to this new state. And I've noticed that I started being able to, and you can too, because again, everything you're experiencing is what you're imagining you are, who and what you're conscious of being all the time. So I have a desire that pops up as I'm doing daily chores, working around the house, preparing for a podcast, whenever. If there's something that pops up that I want to experience, or that I want to have someone else experience, lift them up in imagination. I just bring up that feeling of it's done. Because once you do this more often and stick to it, it's not hard work. Don't ever look at it as hard work. You're just noticing and being more aware of where your thoughts are going. You'll notice how you can just pull up that feeling of it's done, whatever the desire is, and capture that mood, like Neville says. All right, guys. Thanks for listening. Shoot me an email. Send me your stories. Share with me what's going on with you. I'd love to hear about it. what works for you, what doesn't work for you. I love you guys. This is Feeling Twisty.